Welcome to another day in the life. It was a very interesting morning. Sarai woke up in an awful mood, and as a result, getting ready was a bit stressful. I do try to remind myself that Sarai has her own thoughts and feelings, and because she is still so young, she's still trying to figure out how to express herself, and so I need to just be more patient with her. It continued to be an interesting day because I received my separation date. I will officially be medically retiring from the Navy February 27th, 2024. I will talk more about that in another video, but today I want to touch bases on something I mentioned in my last video, which was my anxiety spiraling out. Due to my traumatic birthing experience, I was left with severe PTSD, anxiety, and depression. I manage my conditions with medication, a therapist, and a psychiatrist. I also have a strong relationship with God, and I lean into Him as I face challenges in this world. It has not been easy, and sometimes it does feel like it gets a bit out of hand. A couple of months ago, I noticed my medication was no longer managing my anxiety as well as it had in the past. This is likely, in my opinion, from a traumatic incident that occurred one night that really just brought all of the fears and the feelings and the memories back up. Overall, it left me incredibly anxious, fearful, and even distraught. And no matter what I did, I was still feeling these horrible feelings every single day. At sometimes, I felt like I was in a fight for my life throughout the day and throughout the night. I couldn't get in touch with my psych because there were issues with my referral. After weeks of trying to cope on my own while waiting for the referral to be renewed, I got to the point where I had to get help, and the only option was a visit to the ER. Having almost died at the hospital due to gross negligence, the hospital is such a triggering location for me. But at this point, I didn't have a choice. I had went to see my PCM. I had went to what we call medical, which is like, the clinic for, active duty military. I was turned away there. They specifically told me, they don't really treat mental health at the facility, only physical illnesses. And if it was so bad, then, they recommend I go to the hospital. And since I couldn't get in with my psych because the referral had expired and we were having issues with the renewal, I really, honest to God, had no other choice. Being back in the hospital was really tough. And if I can, I do try to put off going as much as possible. Call it irony or what have you, but for better or worse, I have found myself in the hospital countless times over the last 2 years. Sarai has been really sick a few times, as well as had some allergic reactions that required us going to the hospital. My mom's been in the hospital as well, and my own physical constitution has put me in the hospital too. I'm running out of time now, but my next video, I'll explain what it's like for me in the hospital, or being in the hospital and having to trust and depend on medical professionals. I'll also talk about what memories and feelings it brings to the surface and how I managed to deal with them. One time specifically, I can't remember exactly, but one time specifically, I went to the hospital right before Christmas because I had a really, really bad kidney infection, and they admitted me for 2 days. And having been someone who finds the hospital as a triggering location because of my past, that was a really, really tough experience for me, especially because it was the first time being away from Sarai overnight. But again, like I said, I'll talk more about that in another video. And until next time, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the YouTube page. Let me know if you guys have any questions or if there's anything else you'd like to talk about, okay?